Hello everybody, this is Randy, Kilo November 4, Yankee Bravo Alpha. Today I'm going to introduce my MFJ Ameritron RSC-10. It's a remote antenna relay system manufactured by MFJ Ameritron. What it provides is 8 ports, 8 different antennas with one input going back to the ham shack. If you purchase it, comes with the control box. Essentially turn the power on and you can select with the selector knob which antenna you want to go to. Now I've chosen not to use this. I went back and reverse engineered the switching circuit, modified it for USB to actually interface with my Flex radio. Essentially, I wanted to interface this relay box with my Flex radio. I have several inverted B antennas in my attic. I'm restricted to an attic. Do quite well with them, but specifically for the Flex 6400. Now, in my previous demo, I interfaced a LAN interface with the Ameritron RSC-10 to use a LAN to control the select the antenna. But in this case, I'm going to use the USB board. And this will capture the design of the solid state circuit. So essentially, I go to Ameritron MFJ website and they sell it for $249. It's 8 positions. It's relatively inexpensive. Has been very reliable to me. You go down to the product manual, and that's kind of where I figured this out. I downloaded the product manual to try to find the specifics. Now, there's a logic table related to the which antenna is being selected in the attic or your remote relay box. There's actually 3 cables, 3 wires, or 4 counting ground that goes to the box, although you're selected 8 antennas. So there's different selections internally what the solid state switches does. Essentially, what I started with, of course, this is what the back of the box inside your ham shack look like. If you have, here's an option with 8 relays. If you have 8 separate relays out there, you could use this and use their selector box. I chose to go with the 3 wires, the standard design of this, except I modified it, the switching circuit myself. Within the document, they'll draw, you'll download, it has a schematic of what you're doing. Essentially, I built this side right here, is all I built. I didn't need any of the LEDs here. I have them built in, but I didn't use their circuit. I used this circuit here with all the LEDs, the diodes and the 3 capacitors. These are your switches coming in, 1, 2 through 8. Now keep in mind, switch 1 will always be in contact. They have it set up, you can go inside the box and you can ground that when it's powered off. That way, I guess, you give you some lightning protection to send the lightning to ground. And once you select number 1, and then it will power to normally close contact, which will be connected to your antenna as well. But that's just nodal number 1. But here's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And depending which antenna going through the solid state switch will select the appropriate relay inside your attic. So, and here's just, I made a copy of the drawing, just a short copy of it so you can see that. I started off with the same smart USB 8-channel relay board. I just checked today. It's currently unavailable, but you can find them out there on Amazon's where I got it. Took a week or so to get it, but I got it. I actually have a few of those. And then you need to pick up some of these capacitors. They're relatively cheap. There's 25 of these for $5.92 from Amazon. And then I had to pick up these 100 pieces of these diodes, which was, $4 from Amazon. Just note there was 3 of the capacitors required, and you need 12 of the diodes to do it. The end product looks something like this. This is the relay board. Now, I always number the relays. just so I keep track of which relay I'm working on. It's easy for me to get mixed up on it. So I just always number the relays, 1 to 4 on this side, 5 to 8 on this side. I have a breadboard I created here, so the relays actually, each relay's got a panel here. So this is for antenna 1, here's for antenna 2. What this does gives me the flexibility if I want to add an LED light somewhere down the line, or if I want to add a LED digital display to show digitally what channel, what antenna I've selected, what frequency antenna did I select. And over here is, of course, my version of the solid state switch. It's essentially following the diagram here. It's set up the same way, but it works well. So here I've got it set up on my desktop, my relay plus my solid state switch. And I'm kind of just demonstrating here with no power, nothing. You got a complete connectivity on your antenna number 1. It will turn off if you select another antenna, such I did too, disconnected antenna. But it's always connected with no power. That gives you an opportunity to go to ground if you like, and you'd have to modify it itself to do that. But I'm just kind of demonstrating that on this. Now we're going to go to number 1. I'm using this application here. It's showing relay number 2. I'm going number 3. Of course you can't see it, but I'm going to select number 3. It picks that one up. Number 4, it's going to pick that one up. Go down over here to number 5. I've selected 5 and it's connected. Go to 6, it's connected. And 7, connected. Just verifying the board on the desktop. This is hooked directly to the computer. And 8. And so I'm just validating it's working. And it works fine. And I do that before I actually take it out and hook it up to the system. So next I'm going to go ahead and show you it hooked up directly to the Flex radio. I'll let you go through the Flex menus and set that up. Okay. So let me go ahead and mute this real quick. Now we're going to demonstrate it again. So first, let's go up to settings, USB cables, just kind of show you what I set up here. So this is my USB. 0 is for port number 1. I've got it set up for 160 meter band. Activates when I select 160 meters. Number 1 is actually number 2 port, which is for 80 meter band. I've got it set up here. Next one is for the 40 meter band. I just set the frequencies and it automatically changes. Now my configuration, I do not use port 8, which is port switch number 7 here. I do not use that. I do not have an antenna hooked up to it. Number 7 antenna I do have hooked up. I've got a vertical 6 meters that I've set up, but I don't have it activated here. I don't necessarily use it in this configuration. But if I wanted to, I could deactivate this number 5 and then do number 6. So right now I've got number 5 set up for 10 meters and also 6 meters. Just like number 4 is set up for 17 meters. I believe it is, yes, 17, 15, and 12. I use the same antenna. So pretty simple to really do. So we'll get out of this and we'll just go through it real quick. And you'll see here, up here on the top, you'll see the light switch. Right now I'm on the 80 meter band. I'm going to go to the 160 meter band. Bam, all by itself. Let's go to 40 meter band. 40 meters lit up. It's on 40 meters. I go to 20 meters. 20 meters is lit up. We'll go to 17. And now I'm going to 15. It stays on the same antenna. And 12 stays on the same antenna. It's like 10 goes to the 10 meters, but I also got it for 6 meters. So if I select 6, it's still there. So it works really well for me. It operates just like this when I'm remote. I don't do anything. It's automatic. It's a great little setup that Flex has got with their USB interface. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something from it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at admin@KN4YBA.com. 73s, have a great day.